You know, there's still a little ignorance in this country. The food delivery company Grubhub forced to backtrack today. Its CEO put out a letter suggesting pro-Trump employees should resign. The CEO, Matt Maloney, wrote to the employees saying, quote, "While demeaning, insulting, and ridiculing minorities, immigrants, and the physically, mentally disabled work for Mr. Trump, I want to be clear that this behavior and these views have no place at Grubhub." Well, I think he should start with himself. That was about as ignorant and insulting a letter as one I've ever seen to employees by any CEO. And friend, I think it's adios for you if your board has got any guts or decency at all. And by the way, the stock down just about 4% on the day, and that ought to grab everybody's attention at Grubhub. They issued a statement as well saying they accept employees with all political beliefs, no matter who they voted for. Now, that's quite a statement for a publicly held company to have to put out. The man, if he had any self-respect, he has none, or he wouldn't have written it, but the board should get rid of that fella quick. Joining me now, the host of the Chris Plaint Show on WMAL, Chris Plaint, attorney, Fox News contributor, Eboni Williams. Great to have you both here.
Thank you, Lou.
Eboni, what a day in which Donald Trump is president-elect for the first time meeting President Obama.
Yeah.
They were nice to each other. Nobody, even
no blood.
talking of this. It was great. And the president being gracious to two folks who were no help to him at all, Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell.
You're right about it. Look, I actually was very pleased. I charged President Obama yesterday on Outnumbered with doing just that. If indeed he's the leader that some of us voted him to be, he had to do this today, Lou. He had really no choice in my book. This was a last opportunity for him to demonstrate leadership at this level, and I think he rose to the occasion. I think President-elect Trump was equally gracious. I also say this, I wasn't this surprised by how well this went today as some, because they've never actually met. You know how hard it is to viciously hate someone you've never actually met? So I think, again, today...
Well, it's easier than somebody you have.
No, but I disagree, Lou. I think, it's very easy to kind of concoct stuff in our heads around people. Yeah, but you know what? Sitting here at the table looking, I can imagine having negative feelings around
I think you and I are agreeing violently on this issue, but...
Totally.
But let's
see what
take
Chris
it up with Plant and see if we can get in a fight with him. What do you think?
Barack Obama's being very gracious in public. He's dying inside because he knows that this is the end of his legacy, and it's a catastrophe for him. Always refer to the Godfather in situations like this. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Barack Obama will be nice in public and then find some way to have somebody slip in the shiv every chance they get as soon as the lights are off, because Obama despises him, and he despises the fact that Hillary Clinton lost. She was going to solidify his legacy.
But it's over. It's over.
Oh, it's the KKK. He's a Klansman. He's worse than Senator Robert Byrd. Obama was just saying this 2 weeks ago. And now, look, he's a politician. He's putting the best face on things. Here's another thing that's got me going today. They are breaking
We're here for
arms.
therapy. I tell you, we are here for therapy.
They are breaking their own arms, patting themselves on the back, congratulating themselves for inventing the peaceful transition of power. I don't know if you watch this, but on a couple of the other networks, they're so proud of Barack Obama for facilitating the peaceful transfer of power, like we just invented this or something.
Well, they have a pride deficit now, so we may have to be generous and forgive them there. Their hyperbole.
Don't do that.
I won't do it.
I'll say this.
No chance.
I think Barack, to Chris's point about Hillary Clinton, I'm one of those cynics that think that he was in no way looking forward to giving the keys to the White House to Hillary Clinton on a visceral level. Truly, I believe that.
Well,
but better than Trump.
I'm sorry?
But better than giving the keys to Trump.
Maybe in one way, Chris, but there's a part of him probably...
You're all riled up about this, aren't you?
I mean,
Trump and his team have just gone through the White House. They've got the keys now. They've only got to wait 70 days.
Almost.
They're going to be big old trucks rolling up there, and things are changing plenty and quickly.
Yeah. I was wondering when the Clintons were planning on moving back in, whether they were going to move back in all the furniture that they stole the first time they left.
Ooh, so shady.
You are gracious in victory. That's one of the things America loves about you. In that regard, Trump extremely gracious, extremely generous with both McConnell and with Ryan.
Who I think he had more to have beef with. I think it's understandable, whatever you think of President Obama, he took the position he had to take these two, McConnell and Ryan, they didn't have to do that to him. And I think that was Donald Trump being absolutely gracious to really kind of soften the palate for many people that have a lot of beef with those two right now.
You get the last word here, Chris.
Yeah. Well, look, it was a rough election season, but Paul Ryan was concerned about hanging on to the House. McConnell, Turtle Boy as I call him, concerned about hanging on to the Senate. They hung on to the Senate.
You're a man
they hung on to the House.
Deep emotional. I mean, there is just a well of sensitivity that resides within.
You're right. I'm a very sensitive individual.
Heady tonight, Chris.
But look,
a little bit.
they held on to the House. They held on to the Senate. We have the White House. Now let's get some stuff done.
Not only did they hold on to it, Chris, but a lot of people got elected or got reelected on the coattails of Donald Trump the other night.
You bet. You bet.
Hear,
Absolutely
hear.
correct. Yep.
And, you know, and actually, Ryan, to his credit, acknowledged that.
Good for him.
McConnell, what do you call him? Turtle Man?
Turtle Boy. Yeah, Turtle Boy.
Turtle Boy.
Yeah, Turtle Boy. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I know, yeah.
That's hysterical.
Rough.
All right, I could have left that out.
It's all right.
Humble, Chris. Humble.
Chris Plaint, we thank you very much. Eboni Williams, we thank you both.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Lou.